g'day guys, it's iGamer here. Now Project Cars is due out in just about a week or two. I think it's on the 7th of May. And I've been one of the beta testers and in the alpha before that since basically day one. I invested in it and it was worth every single cent. So I decided with the game coming out soon, it's time for me to just voice my opinion on this game. Now, I'm not sure if most of you know, but I am a huge car racing fan. I've got a decent wheel with a rig to put it on so it doesn't move around, don't just bolt it to the desk. And when there's a car game that comes out, I get it. And this game has drawn me in. Now, it was very rough when it first came out. Now, this is from the same people that bought you Shift 2 by EA, and of course they got a lot of Slightly Mad Studios, that they're called. Now, they did get a lot of slack from that game because it did have a lot of input lag, and it was a real shame because actually the game was not bad. It was a bit like a Gran Turismo type clone, but yeah, just try to be a bit more realistic, and it looks great on the PC. Project Cars, now what you're seeing here is running on the PC. I think it's a resolution of 2660 by 1440. I can run it at 4K, but this one's a little bit slow. Now, the game is really good. Now, the replay here, you might see some little freezes, and for some reason, the game when you're racing in-game is fine, but during the replays, it's got a little bit of lag there. You'll notice some little issues there, and I'm not sure if that's to do with the recording software or the actual game itself. I'll see if I can edit the video in the background. Anyway, to the game itself. Now, this is a game that I really enjoy. Now, a lot of people, there's been a lot of debate about this, and I have even myself spoken about it in the past, that I feel, to me, a simulation should be simulating the sport. Not just, people seem to think a racing game is a simulation if the handling is really spot on. You know, that's what they just seem to think it as. Me, I think a bit differently. Now, Gran Turismo and Forza games are really good fun, and they've got some sim elements, but they're still an arcade game. They're still based on not even real race setups. There's no real qualifying, there's no things. You just start from this race, start from the back of the grid and make your way to the front, basically. That's basically how they all work. And I think a racing sim should simulate the whole thing. Qualifying, practicing, setting up your car, all that really immerses you into, hey, I'm actually in a race. Because that's what you want to do in this kind of game. You're getting this kind of game because you want to race. You want to simulate that feeling of being there in a real race. And that feeling about being in a real race is something that Forza and Gran Turismo just don't have. They're great, but they don't give that impression that you're actually in a real race. And that's why I've actually enjoyed more games like Codemasters F1 2000 series, you know, the 13, 14, 15, I think 15's out next month or so. But no, that's one of the reasons why I like those type of games, is because they simulate kind of like a race. So the physics are a bit arcadey, yes, I agree, but you know, the sense of actually being in a championship and being in the real thing is there, and that's what real sim racers want. Real sim racers, they want to have that feeling of actually being involved in a real race, have proper race starts. Now, Project Cars, you can have, like you're seeing here in the background, I'm doing an endurance series, even though it's only a 3-lap race, but you have rolling starts, but you have all the practice beforehand, so set your car up, you can set your settings, of course, to how long you want the race to be. You can be 100% whatever. You can have co-drivers, you can basically everything. Everything that's involved, and basically it simulates that series. Now, I find the handling in this game is vastly superior to their previous attempt with, of course, Shift 2. I can't see any input lag in the controls. The graphics are incredible in this game, and yeah, the simulation side of it is actually definitely more on the sim side than the arcade side, which, of course, which is what Forza and that a lot. They might have some sim elements. That's why I call them, and I know sim racing website, YouTube channel, They call it simcades, and I agree with that terminology. Those games are simcades. This is more on the sim side because it simulates a race and a race series, and it's great when you do the career mode. You can start off at the small in go-karts and make your way up, get offers into other kind of feeds. So it's a bit like Codemasters in a way, but you're not just progressing different teams within the one sport. You've got so many different types of sports. There's a lot of variety. There's so one thing that I don't know if this game got it is drifting, but I don't really think it does support that, which is great by me because I'm not really a drift fan. But is this game worth getting? That's what a lot of people are wanting to know before they invest in the money, especially after all the delays that this game has occurred over the year. I think it was due out last year, and it's still been delayed. I think it's gone gold now. It's confirmed that it's been release date is on May the 7th here in Australia, so that depends on your country. I think some places it's on the 8th of May. Just depends on where you are in this world that we live in. But no, the game is really good. Now this is still in beta phase, so the AI is still not 100%, and still not 100% sure if they're going to have it right by the time the final version comes out. Now on the Xbox One, this game I believe runs not at 1080p. I can't remember what size. I think it's at 900p. On the PS4 it runs at 1080p, and of course at the PC you can run up to 4K. And when this game is run at 4K, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But even the resolution that I run it at, it runs smoothly. It's gorgeous to look at. The car details is great. It has a wide range of cars. Definitely not up there with Gran Turismo or Forza when it comes to car numbers. But the quality of the cars, and truthfully, this game, I think I can see a lot of potential in it over time. I really hope that they add more cars and tracks over time, if they can. What you're seeing here is the Bathurst, and it's a great track, and they've done a great version of it. It's one of the best graphical representations of Bathurst that I have ever seen, and the game is definitely one to look out for. I know a lot of people are kind of on the bench about it, but I think it is worth getting. If you love racing, you're going to love this game. There's even like marbles on the side of the track. The amount of detail that they've put into this game is absolutely brilliant. And this game of course comes out on Xbox One and PS4, and it's really those consoles haven't really had any real decent car racing games. They're Forza Horizon 2, they're not bad, but good, they're arcade races. They have not had any real serious sim races on them yet, and this game is going to provide that for everyone. If you want that immersion into a series, feel like you're part of a racing series. You're that boy racer that always wanted to go and do the real thing, but it's not costly to do it in real life. Believe me, I tried, and I got far enough as working with some teams and stuff like that, but I never had the money backing to get behind the wheel in real life. So for me, a game like this really lets me fulfill a bit of a dream of being involved in a team and doing that, working your way up through the ranks and stuff like that. And that's what this game does really well. The career mode is done very well. I haven't really dabbled too much in the online side of things. I don't really know what all the features are like with the game, but I believe it's going to be quite large in that area. I think a PC can support up to 32 races at this one time online. I think that's for the 64-bit version though. I'm not 100% sure. God, I got hit there, didn't I? That guy, a bit rough. But yeah, beautiful Aston Martin, beautiful, and beautiful game. And for you guys out there, if you really think you want to get this game, I highly recommend it. It is a game that comes with my full support. It's one that you should look into seriously getting. Now this is going to be a long video because I'm actually going to finish this video with a full replay of a wet race that I didn't do too well. Ended up, I think, finishing 8th, but I won that championship though. But it just shows you kind of the immersion that the game can do, and it is definitely one worth checking out. So Project Cars, if you're still on the side, I recommend giving it a go. This game makes you feel like you're part of a racing series. If you're an arcade sim racer, it might not be up your alley, though it's still definitely worth checking out. If you're a sim racer and want to be immersed in a racing series, this game is worth it. Okay, so now is going to be the replay. Thanks guys for watching. Definitely a game to look at getting. Highly recommended by me. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.